after another busy day of this is OTAs, yes?
No.
Minicamp.
This is mandatory minicamp, Danny.
Mandatory minicamp. Right, we're taking attendance today. How was attendance?
100%. 100%.
Love that.
Everybody was here.
Love
Not
that.
every single person was participating. I mean, I could tell you that Nate Davis. For a disclaimer, by the way, guys, I was not here for the entire practice. I had some personal business to attend to, but I can tell you that when I came, I saw Matt Pryor playing the right guard position. Nate Davis was out there, but the point is, everybody is here. Everybody was a part of it, including Keenan Allen. It was really good to see Keenan Allen out there because, he puts this thing together that we've been talking about with the combination of him and Rome Odunze and DJ Moore. We're going to hear from Keenan Allen here in just a little bit. This practice was spirit at times. We'll talk about that as well, but let's talk about Caleb Williams first. That's what everybody wants to know about. And again, I wasn't here for the whole practice, but it was just his performance today was described to me as up and down today for Caleb. I think that, one of the very obvious things was that Caleb Williams threw a bad interception in 7-on-7 today. Kevin Byard was the man to make the pick, and Matt Eberflus was up front and ready to discuss that particular pick with the media as he discusses it right here.
And those are the experiences that he has to go through. He has to go through his progressions, which he did. He was right on his progressions. And then he took a hitch, and the ball should have came out, and he took 2 hitches, and it was late over the middle. That's always dangerous when you do that, but that's a learning experience in the process that a young quarterback has to go through. Whenever his feet timed up, when can he make those throws? When can he make those throws? That's just experimentation. So we're just doing a really good job of getting experience, get him the exposure, let him experiment with his arm talent and the receivers that he has. And then eventually what player development happens and an evolution of a quarterback happens. And that's the process that we have to go through, and that's what we're doing right now.
So good time to make these mistakes is right now, in my opinion, and I like Flus pointing it out and talking about it up front, and hopefully he does so with Caleb as well.
Well, because he's not going to throw any interceptions in season.
No, this is why you get him out of the way now.
So, the Bears defense gets him now, and then, only touchdowns starting in September. I like it. That's smart. Yeah. That's savvy. That's like a veteran. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, this is the new look Bears, man. They do they do things differently. Get them all out of your system right now. I actually do think there's things that Caleb Williams probably got, talk about the double hitch. There's probably things that I'm positive there are things that Caleb Williams was able to get away with in college that he is not going to be able to get away with at this level. I mean, he will find his, places where he can get away with things, but there is, as we're going to be talking about a lot over the next 3 days, and then in training camp, and then maybe even in early in the season, there are going to be things that he's going to have to get used to and adjust for. And I think that's what Matt Eberflus was essentially talking about right there.
Yeah.
Did it get physical today, Grote?
It did. I have to say, I'm going to go ahead and pat myself on the back right now, because one of the things that I predicted last night when I was hosting is that I think it's going to be a spirited 3 days, because, the defense wants a piece of Caleb and this offense that they keep hearing about. And we know everybody keeps telling us how competitive Caleb Williams is as well. It was DeMarcus Walker was at the center of, well, you know what? We'll let our guy Herb Howard ask the question to Matt Eberflus about this DeMarcus Walker situation today.
Coach, you had a little bit of a dust-up out there today. Where's that line between the energy and the chirping that the defense brings and ultimately frustrating the offense to the point?
That's what you call a fight dust-up?
I didn't see nobody swinging at nobody.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of, again, that's what my dad would say, a lot of talking, no action. So, that happens, because we're not in full pads and people, do certain things and, hands to the face or yank a guy, whatever, and guys get upset about that. And we got to be better that way. And I've been talking to the O-line and D-line. That's really that group. And those guys have done a really good job this entire offseason. And, again, there's going to be some flare-ups here and there. They've done a really good job of taking care of each other for the most part.
So did DeMarcus Walker touch Caleb Williams?
I don't believe he did.
I don't like that.
No, I think it was more Well, the guys that were in the kerfuffle, that's the word I'm going to go with. It was Tevin Jenkins and Braxton Jones, from what I understand. But DeMarcus Walker, he is one of those guys that you could potentially predict. He runs a little bit hot sometimes.
Don't touch the quarterback. Don't touch the quarterback, DeMarcus.
Right.
He's on your team. Do not touch him. It's not allowed.
Don't be too salty out there. But you got to have
good. It's good. It's good if Tevin Jenkins and Braxton Jones, like if he hit the quarterback wearing the orange jersey, and his offensive linemen are there to protect him, that's good. That's a good reason for a training camp fight. Hey man, don't be dumb. Don't hurt our guy. Dumb reasons for training camp dust-ups are like he tried too hard, or he blocked through the whistle, or like it's too hot out here, or something like that. But like if the defense is hitting the guy in the orange jersey, can't do that, man. I like it.
It's a team with real aspirations, man. Like legit aspirations, and for them to be feeling any sort of intensity here on an early June day at minicamp is a very healthy thing, don't you think, Mark?
Oh, absolutely. And as Matt Eberflus said, as long as it's under control and their order is restored, and it's not like a Chase Claypool situation from last year where, he and I think it was Tyreek Stevenson were going at it. And then it was shortly after that he hurt his ankle, and just a weird day. I don't remember if that was an OTA or at the mini camp, but I remember last year kind of saying something similar about Chase Claypool. Okay, that's cool. It's good to see that, but it did get out of control with him. That is the example that you want to absolutely avoid. Keenan Allen was back, and I think that I'm going to skip one of the cuts. I'm going to skip ahead. We're going to play both Keenan Allen cuts, but I want you guys to hear Keenan Allen talking about the Bears defense.
He looked like a top 5 defense. They sound like a top 5 defense too. Defenses are annoying, especially at practice. You just hear them every time they make a play. It's hoorah, celebration. It's guys running up and down the sideline. So, it's annoying. The offense, we get a first down. One guy just trots around, comes back to the huddle. Everybody's like, okay, what's the next play? You don't really see too much. Yeah, you don't get all that just because, somebody did a rip through and, got back to the quarterback. So, it is what it is. But, their energy, the way they communicate, the way they get lined up, definitely high class.
Man, that is an entertaining and confident veteran of the NFL. Another one that we get to hear. That was awesome. And
it was awesome. Defenses are annoying.
Yeah, defenses are annoying.
Let's talk offense, baby.
No, man.
Let's just talk offense. I agree, Keenan.
Defenses are annoying.
I agree.
They're all like working hard and sounding loud and
talking.
Oh, that's phenomenal. And use the same thing as Tommy Pham. Hoorah. That hoorah BS is what Pham said at Contreras.
You're the tough guy with all the hoorah.
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 Yeah, Keenan, man, he's like somebody described him. He's like a veteran's veteran. Like he's the veteran of all veterans. He's seen it all.
Yeah, that's what DJ Moore called him, right?
That's it. Yeah, it was DJ Moore. Yeah.
Called him a vet.
Right, and he was very comfortable up there with us today, which was great to see because when we first talked to him, he had just gotten here and it was a whirlwind and he didn't even know if he wanted to be here. He just felt like he had to be here because he didn't get what he was offered. But the whole thing, I'm going to play another cut for you guys here in a second, but the whole thing I would suggest everybody listen to because it was just so good, like just hearing this veteran talk up there today.
Yeah, I'm going to seek that out, Mark. I'm going to seek that out, that entire Keenan Allen, because I don't know, forget the league and the world. I don't know if we, as a show, are ready for 3 badass wideouts with entertaining personalities.
DJ Moore doesn't have.
I think he's. I think when he's talking up there, I enjoy him.
Okay.
I enjoy him.
He's not bad. He's very professional.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not going to give you much of a headline.
That's true.
Well,
I'm not saying we got 3 Chad Johnsons, but we've got some entertaining badass wide receivers here.
I'll say DJ Moore, like he low key interesting in the locker room. Like he'll reveal stuff. It feels like his comfort zone is in the locker room with the reporters as opposed to being at the podium or in other venues. So I think DJ Moore will give stuff and hey man, But look, we're going to talk about Keenan Allen and his future in a second here, but DJ Moore with a couple of years left on his contract, and he's got to be starting to think about that as well. So I do wonder if he'll start to answer some questions about, his future with the Chicago Bears, especially after the year that he had last year. And, I know that they want him around long-term as well, but Keenan Allen is, that we could ask the same question about him. And he was specifically asked, kind of a two-parter to Keenan, how much longer do you want to play in your career? And to that end, if he wants an extension with the Bears.
It's kind of tough to answer right now, but I'm going to play as long as I can. As far as extension, we would like to play, speak for itself. And, if they offer me something that I like, then, we'll go from there.
Are you okay with the idea if this is a contract year, going out and proving it and looking for that next deal?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the goal right now, just to go out and do what I always do and, just try to remain who I am. And the market just got reset, so.
On that note, what are your thoughts on, especially for veteran players, like the market for wide receivers keeps evolving, especially the last couple of years?
That's huge. It's big for the game. Christian McCaffrey just went for 19. That's huge for a running back. And, as long as those numbers continue to go up, the players are going to obviously continue to get better. They're younger, bigger, stronger, faster. And, they continue to raise the bar. So as long as they're taking care of their job, and vets like me, we just continue to do what we do, take the back seat, and, get paid as well.
Man.
Yeah, because he's got to be a little careful. I don't want his expectations to be out of line, right? Justin Jefferson signs that extension at 25. Keenan Allen's 32, will be 33.
Yeah, he knows that he's going to be in a different kind of stratosphere, but he likes it going higher.
Of course,
because it'll raise it for him as well.
Yeah, right. It's just not a comp, right? It's not. Yes, the price of receiver production goes up, but it's not like he's like, well, now we have a $35 million a year wide receiver. So when I sign my deal, I should be a $37 million a year wide receiver. That's not how that's going to go for Keenan Allen.
How about Keenan knowing that Christian McCaffrey signed for the 2 years at $19 million per today? Just rattles that off. These guys pay attention, Grotes.
Yeah, that was just another part of the comfort that Keenan Allen had with us as a collective media today. And he's had a chance to kind of anchor himself here a little bit, and now he's ready to answer some of the questions that he really wasn't ready to give any detail on. But I think the good news is that he made it clear that he's comfortable here and that this would be a place. Even though he spent all those years in Southern California, it's to me that's always a weird move to all of us to be out there your whole playing career, and then all of a sudden you're in Chicago, in the Midwest, where the weather is crazy. But he made it clear that he really he said he loves the golf courses around here, loves the teammates, and he can see Chicago being a home. So he's made it clear that he certainly likes it here.
Okay. Do we have another edition of That's Montez?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if this one is going to be there wasn't any prolonged chuckling today, a little bit out of Montez Sweat. But let's start with why he skipped the OTAs.
It's just a regiment that I built upon my years being in the league. I was in great contact with Coach Flus, Coach Washington, and my position coach, Coach Trav, and also with the guys in the building, just staying on tune with the installs and all that type of stuff. So it's almost like I didn't miss a beat.
The Bears team that you got traded to last year was 2-6. And since then, you won some games. You got Hard Knocks coming in. You have the number 1 pick in the draft. You have Keenan Allen. You have Roma Dunze. And how has just the mood around this place changed?
It's definitely exciting. But, we really can't get caught up on what's on paper. Football is played on the field, and you got to go out there and execute the X's and O's. So we can't get caught up in any of that stuff that's going on outside of here, but just stick to what we know, and that's playing football.
Do you appreciate the attitude of the defense and how much they talk and how vocal the spirit? I think the coordinator called it salty last week. How much do you appreciate being part of that? Nature.
It's exciting. I think to play football, man, you gotta have maybe a screw or two loose. So you out there having fun and talking smack, man. It just makes it just so much more fun for everybody around me.
Do you think there's a chance with Coach Washington here that maybe they're a little more creative with you this year, and maybe on third down, things of that nature?
We'll see what happens.
So that's Montez.
Yeah, solid addition.
Gotta
That's
have
Montez today.
a screw or two loose. That's what makes Montez so entertaining to me.
Yeah, and not even they're optional. It's not mandatory, the OTAs, but like not even a concern. Like not even a 1%er for me that Keenan Allen and Montez Sweat were not there.
No.
Yeah, exactly, Montez. We're on the same page, buddy. I got your back.
Yeah,
Montez.
I mean, both communicated well with the team. There was never any discomfort with teammates or with Matt Eberflus. You know, the communication lines were open. And you're right, Danny. I mean, if Keenan Allen is a veteran's veteran, I mean, Montez Sweat is pretty close to that at this point in his career too. The guy knows what he's doing. He knows what he has to do to ramp up for this team.
Oh, man, so this is good. So defense was dominating, the defense was annoying, and the defense played with a screw or two loose today. That is good. I'm all about it. So the defense is ahead then. That's what we're to take away from this.
Well, now it may feel like that in theory, but Cole Kmet, who was front and center today as well, kind of took exception to that philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys have only been in a few practices, but I don't know if I necessarily feel like that. We've had a couple here and there, and they're a veteran group, and they have guys that have been in this system for a while now, and you can kind of see the impact Kevin Byard's had since he's been here. He's very vocal, a really good leader over there for the defense. In terms of scheme, I mean, it's a very similar type of offense we're running that we have been running, and most of the league is now running this type of offense. Obviously, some terminology is different, but for guys who have played now, whether it's Keenan, myself, DJ, Gerald, these are all concepts we're very familiar with. Obviously, for Caleb, this is brand new, and obviously he's the guy that we got to bring along and keep helping him along the way.
Man, so the offense is Cole Kmet is saying, look, yeah, they're playing us, but we're pretty vanilla right now. We're giving them vanilla offense.
Well,
right
and I like the idea of how many practices have there been. Cole Kmet's seen all of them. Adam Haugh and Mark Grote, and you guys have not seen all of them. So like maybe you've seen the defensive practices.
Beautiful, man. This is what you want. Offensive defense kind of good-naturedly pushing each other. We absolutely want this. Kmet pointing out Kevin Byard as a communicator is really cool. This is good stuff, Grote.
Yeah, no, it really is. And
don't sound so surprised, Speaks. Grote's a professional. He's delivering an excellent report. You're like this is good stuff.
I'm surprised that you're as competent as you are.
I'm surprised how good this Bears report is at 5 o'clock ahead of Cubs and Sox.
That's not what I meant.
That's what
I figured I would do a really good one, but yeah, no, I mean, it's a West version of the West Coast offense. So a lot of these guys know what they're doing, and he's right. I mean, Caleb Williams is the one that has to catch up and get it right for sure. And Cole Kmet was also talking. This is a little bit more of the off the field insight on Caleb Williams, as we know, who has been out and about a lot.
Yeah, I mean, just getting to know him as a person. You don't really know somebody until you meet them, and getting to know him over the past couple months now has been pretty fun, and you realize how competitive he is. We went to Top Golf the other night, and they were going to close, but he had to finish the game. So we were there till about 1 a.m, finishing the game.
That end, when you talk about the pre-draft freak out locally, what's the preconception of Caleb that you may have had that now, a couple months later, that now you've gotten to know him, you see that it's completely different than maybe you thought it might?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to have that with anybody, just because I think it's so important that you meet somebody personally before you make a decision on them. Obviously, you hear a ton of things, and you don't know what's true and what's not, and you hear the Hollywood like diva-ness, which is kind of funny because he's only spent a year or two in LA. Like he's not even from LA, so that's kind of funny. But definitely after when I first met him and going on forward, you definitely gain a different perspective, and you really wonder where those things kind of come from.
Every part of that is excellent.
Went to Top Golf the other night.
Yeah. Out by the Carter?
Kind of where Top Golf is, like that area, where the 88 corridor is. Like, I could see something popping up right over there.
Yes, scouting for the new stadium.
Yes.
In the gun corridor.
Yeah.
Staying out till 1 in the morning. You don't really know anyone until you meet them,
I mean,
which is so true. I agree with everything that Cole Kmet said. You can't know anyone until you meet them.
Yeah, I mean, just getting to know them as a person. You don't really know somebody until you meet them.
That's true.
It's actually it's actually very wise in modern society when we think that's why I wanted to shake a hand earlier today. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't know somebody until you meet him.
Well, the next time we talk to Cole Kmet, we'll have to bust his balls about that. That's
1,000%.
That's spectacular. The competitive stuff and the Hollywood thing, that is very true. Like,
he spent 2 years out
there.
Well,
he grew up in D.C.
Yeah.
He chose to go to Norman, Oklahoma. I'm not sure if you've been. Maybe no place in the world less Hollywood than Norman, Oklahoma. Chose to go there for football reasons. If Lincoln Riley would have then transferred to Lincoln, Nebraska, he would have then gone to Lincoln. You know what I mean? His coach happened to transfer or get hired in Hollywood.
It's the only reason he went there.
It's the only reason he went there. It's not like he was like, I just need to open up a movie studio. You know, it's where his coach went. So, whatever.
Yeah, and eventually this like narrative of proving that Caleb Williams is just a regular good dude, it'll end. Some of it's showed because of the reports that were out there about him.
Yeah,
and eventually it's got to stop. In terms of them showing us all of this, but you can tell that it's genuine at the buy-in from the players and from the coaches, and quite the antithesis of some of the things we had heard about Caleb Williams.
Anything else, Grote?
Yeah, I got some nuggets, including, Matt Eberflus. This is great, man. Sometimes when somebody walks into the media room, the mic is always hot. And I'm always running my recorder. And just as Matt Eberflus was coming up to the podium and to the microphone, apparently he has a new nickname for the media. Check this out.
They do.
Chicago Mafia is quiet today. What is going on?
Chicago Mafia.
Senior energy.
Got it on tape too.
Mob.
Yeah. Chicago Mafia, ladies and gentlemen. And if you couldn't hear what was being said, one of the reporters said, you're being recorded. And he's like, I'm recording too. So,
yeah, I didn't hear what the second part was.
I'm recording too.
Chicago Mafia is quiet today. What is going on?
Chicago Mafia.
Senior energy.
Got it on tape too.
Got it on tape
Got
too.
you on tape too.
Got you on tape too.
You guys better be able to quote me accurately because I'm quoting you guys accurately.
That's a lazy historical narrative to just call Chicago a mafia city, don't you think?
Well, I don't know, man. I got to be honest, man. I felt pretty good about being one of many who was referenced as Chicago Mafia today.
All right, so who's the boss? Who's the who's the mafia boss?
It's got to be big. It's got to be big, man. It's got to be big.
Everybody knows.
I pissed off the boss.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Yeah, you're gonna be the first. Hey, you're gonna be the first one that gets waxed, Parkins.
It's already happened.
That's the block button.
That's how good he is that Danny didn't even know it happened.
Yeah.
And
you don't even hear it coming.
The wisecracking sidekick is Paulie Walnuts is Potsy, right? Is Mark Potash.
Oh yeah. I think Potsy's more of a soldier, though. I'm trying to think of who the muscle would be. I mean, we got to figure this whole thing out.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Yeah, all right. Well, this is a project for tomorrow or rain delay theater or whatever else will happen.
What the heck did you guys actually get on the field today?
No.
No, but thank you for asking.
Few raindrops a few minutes ago, but then it stopped immediately. And, we're here, though. And Tarp is still out. Any other nuggets we got to get to here, Grote?
Ryan Bates was the center today. So it's for us, the practices that we get to see. It's been every other one. It was the first one was Bates, second one was Coleman Shelton, back to Ryan Bates today. Told you that Nate Davis was not in there today. Jalen Johnson will be at the podium tomorrow. And then just one other thing too about Top Golf. Cole Kmet said, one of the reasons that Caleb wanted to stay there is because, he was losing. And we asked, well, who won? And Cole Kmet said, me. Oh. That's who won. So Cole Kmet is your winner.
That's good reporting. I wanted to know that. Thank you, sir. Good stuff as always. We'll talk to you basically every day this week, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I will be here.